super excited that we call our summer camp Heavy Metal Summer Experience. We really need more kids to get into our industry. How much of the career in the trades pays, it's the best kept secret. It's an amazing career. It gives them great benefits, and they don't necessarily have to go to college.
I've always believed that high school age kids need to understand we have an amazing industry and an amazing career. When Angie came to me and was saying that she was going to do something like this at WHAM, I decided that it'd be a good opportunity for us to do this in our area. And so we started collaborating and talking about what we could do. If we can help high school age kids understand what a great industry we have here, I think it's a gregot career for them.
Between Hermanson and Western Washington SMACTA, we've been great. As a team, we've been very powerful. We decided to team with a nonprofit here in East Palo Alto called Live in Peace. And they work with the kids that are basically from about 14 years old to about 20 years old. And they're kids that need vision, that need redirection. And they were super excited about it because that's what they want to get their kids. They want to get them careers that doesn't necessarily mean they need to go to college.
We basically recruited from our own pipelines, our schools and our own kids. And basically said, here, if you're interested, show up, fill out this form. We're going to pre-interview you because we want to make sure you're ready and that we're sending like a cohort that is strong and successful.
The camp is special because we give opportunity to a youth who might not have had access or exposure to a world that we actually feed into. So we are challenging ourselves to support what we say. And so they get to touch it, they get to feel it. And if you really watch closely and go within the room, they actually smell the environment, and we're very passionate about that.
My dad is a framer and my mom is a housekeeper, so they're both blue collar, and I'm 17 and just graduated high school, so I want to find something to do, and this is something that really interested me career-wise, and I'm here to learn.
One of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to build one of these toolboxes right here. But not only are we just going to build this toolbox, but we're going to show them the whole experience through actually building the toolbox and what it takes as an idea and how to put it through the detailing department and design it, how you send it to the shop and out to the laser table. We just want to show them every aspect of what it could take and all the different opportunities you have.
It's funner than I expected. I didn't expect it to be this fun, but it's a good time, and I think everyone is having a really good time building stuff and just seeing stuff like this that you build, and it's a pretty cool experience. Oh, like this is how it's made. These are the machines that are used to make this, and it's pretty cool to see like the whole process.
I've always wanted to like build stuff and do construction and stuff, but I never had the idea of like sheet metal because I never knew what it was until I came. And then I started to learn, and it got more interesting when we started building stuff. So I was thinking that I might do this too.
As the safety manager for companies, really kind of give them an introduction to safety, things to look out for in the fab shop, why they're working, why they're experiencing and having a good time, but also to remind them that this is a live fab shop. There will be people working, there will be forklifts moving, machines operating, and while we want them to have fun and learn, we also need them to be safe doing so.
This is actually the second project that we're working on, and it's a lamp that we built out of copper pipe to kind of introduce the students to basically what we do in the piping industry. We're starting with the base project, and we're basically showing them the processes of putting pipe together and soldering it. So they're learning how to cut the pipe, cut copper pipe, clean it up, flux it, put it together, and then at the end of the day solder it. A lot of these kids are picking this up really, really quickly. They seem to be really engaged. So I think having them be engaged is probably one of the most important things next to safety.
One thing I like to do is to assemble everything. It's more of being able to put all the pieces together that you cut yourself. You just take a huge giant piece of pipe and you're able to cut it and you're able to assemble it and you're able to build something that you never think of, like a lamp.
I like soldering. It was pretty fun. I like working on the copper. I just like creating things, so it's just fun putting pieces together.
The process of looking at the instructions and actually like taking the time and actually setting it up before actually building it together, that made me realize like, okay, you have to set yourself up, and then together like you'll be able to create your foundation, and that's exactly how the projects that we're doing here is, and so I like that.
We are already beginning to feel successful because we're seeing eyes open. And when they leave us, when they go back home, they're going to have conversations with relatives. And they go, hey, what are you heading next in your life? And they're able to speak with a confidence to that.
The first day of camp was amazing. There was a young woman there who had helped her father build a deck at her house. And she just was fascinated by the tools and fascinated about the camp. And after the camp, she talked about, how do I do this? How can I work here next summer? And it just was a great feeling.
As a parent, I'm very glad that these opportunities are knocking my teenager's door to open her horizon, knowing that she could be learning, acquiring knowledge, and growing, but earning money at the same time. It can't get any better.
I'm excited to see the kids graduate today. The experience that they've had in learning what's potential in our industry is incredible. I've had several of them come to me and said this has been an eye-opening experience. They didn't know this was available. And to see the smile on their face is worth everything we've put into this thing. It's so cool.
It's kind of mind-blowing to think about what you're coming out of this summer with. You guys are coming out with such knowledge about what you can do with your hands, and that this could launch you into your future careers. It is really exciting.
I didn't go to college, so yeah. So I understand, I get it. Extra school is not for everyone, especially if you can't afford it. And it pays pretty good, I hear.
I want them thinking about that this is a really viable option for them and that making things with their hands is a lot of fun and this is a career that they could do. I see it in some of the kids' faces now and I see that they're already getting pretty excited about it.
The building trades industry is an amazing industry to be involved with. It will provide more career opportunities than you could ever imagine. It is a great industry.
We're going to be putting a playbook out, a playbook that shows everything that we did from the very beginning, all the lessons learned that we had, how we set up the finances, how we set up the PPE, how we set up the release forms. I mean, everything that we thought of is going to be in that playbook. The success for next year would be maybe having 20 camps across the United States. Maybe the following year, 40 to 60 or 80 camps. I mean, that to me is success if I can get this program pushed across the United States. If I can get 2 or 3 kids out of every camp to go into the trades, it's a total win-win for everybody.